so well. It's Puma on the toes, but the stars on the clothes. I'm Starboy, fresh at the DF Dub. Yeah, I'm a hard hitter. Don't stare to fit, it'll ego hit you. What is you saying, man? Look at the swag. Please do forgive the brag. I'ma pull up later in the Cowboy Jag. Don't you slip on the drip, I'm flossing the sauce. Go so hard for the star. Yeah, that be win, lose, or draw. If you take a L, get the F off my block. Cowboys win. Guachos, pour up the shots. Really can't help it, got a star status. Even got it tatted on my arm. Yes, we be 5 ring strong. Left a little room cause it's quest for the 6. Starboy really reppin' this shit. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. I'ma keep reppin' loud until there's no more left in me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. I'ma keep reppin' loud until there's nothing left in me. Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys to the death for me.
Yeah, tell me who the #1 fan. Yeah, Mr. Westside, I'm the man. Dallas Cowboys from my head to the toes. They better recognize who the fuck I am. Damn, haters run their mouth like a bitch when they team ain't shit and my team stay lit. Yeah, I'm about to rep this shit to the day I die in an all blue casket. If you wanna get with a club with love, tell Star Status Westside sent ya. Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame. Emmett Smith is our main. Game time, prime time, all the time. Your team ain't never on TV like mine.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, I forgot to tell you that video is exactly 2 minutes.
Wow.
My bad.
Great production you got there, Wes. Let us know what's going on here.
Listen to me. You know all I did? Listen, all I did was take a bunch of clips and videos and then just took a song and put it on the end and just made a little 2-minute video as an intro. Shout out to
you got skills, man. Go ahead. Put your bags there.
Hey, I'm do it a little. I gotta, each week I'm gonna try to do it a little bit better. But like they give us all these little neato features on the Restream, and it's always good to use them. Hey, you got my chat though?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, you can go ahead and take out. What I just mean is just like go ahead, open it up. How you doing?
I got it.
There you go.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome everybody. I don't even know what we call this show, but whatever the show is, once we get the crowd going. Matter of fact, y'all to clap too. We can't see y'all, but go ahead and hit those clap emojis real quick. But listen, welcome to let's just call it this show, whatever it is. whatever the name of this show is, welcome to it. Hey, you know who I am and you know who that guy is. It's West Coast Cowboy and Big Time of the Big Time Show. We here again, ladies and gentlemen. We here again to do what we do. We here to talk straight up cowboy talk. And we're glad that some of you have decided to come hang with us for however long you do. We appreciate everyone that's watching on all of these channels. Go ahead. The first thing you do in my West Coast voice, listen, share. Share right now. Hit that like button, please. Smash it at least. Everybody, just smash it. Go ahead and send it to all your cowboy, other groups that we don't know about. Send it even to cowboy haters. I mean,
was just about to say that.
Yeah, bring them all in here too. We got love for everybody. Send that there. And matter of fact, before we even begin, let's get the little small preliminaries out of the way. You can see there right under West Coast's name is his Cash App. You can do that, of course, on his channel as well, wherever you're watching from. If you're on Facebook, you have the stars there. Go ahead and hit those stars. If you're on his YouTube pages, go ahead and hit that super chat button. The same thing applies to my channels as well. I have the stars as well. And of course, on YouTube, I also have the super chat button if you can do that. But one thing that everybody can do.
And his Cash App.
I'm sorry, my Cash App is right there underneath too. $sign at the Big Time Show, $sign West Coast 41482. You can't miss us either way on that. But one thing that all of you guys can do for sure that will not cost you a dime, it'll just cost you a few seconds. Hit that share button. Now, if you just hit share right now, it probably take you less than a half of a second. hit that share button. That helps us out tremendously. Believe it or not, you guys, if you know anything about the algorithm, you know how much the shares mean. Also, if you hit that like button or that heart button, or if you're on YouTube, hit that heart button. If you're on Facebook, hit that thumbs up or that heart button. Smash it as many times you can in less than 5 seconds. If you're on your cell phone, just do what I'm doing right now. You put about 25 likes on for us. So if you would do that, it won't cost you anything, but you will be contributing tremendously to this show, to both of our pages, and we would appreciate it. Hey, we're just trying to, we're just trying to talk about what we love, and we love the Dallas Cowboys. They hurt us, they tick us off, they make us mad, but we married. I mean, it really is serious. I don't know no other team. I'm sorry. As much as Jerry Jones ticked me off, I can't leave. And, I'm here for it. I'm in to death do me part. I'm just telling you the truth. I ain't going nowhere. But as you come in, listen, go ahead and put in the views now. In the chat box now, because me and Wes, we're better when we don't plan, whether you know it or not. We're better when we don't plan. And we ain't talked about what we're gonna talk about yet. I got something in my head, but I don't know what he talking about, and he don't know what I got in my head. But guess what? We don't know what you got in your head. So therefore, put it in the chat of what you think we need to talk about. This is a great time for everybody to get involved. For those that comment, we need your comments. We need your help. We just here to get the content of the Cowboys going. Since Wes done put me in the captain seat right now, let me go ahead and ladies and gentlemen, y'all welcome West Coast back to the building. What's up, Wes?
What's up with you, man? It is your boy West Coast, and we live in the building, man. Hey, man, I want to thank everybody that's watching from the various platforms. No matter where you're watching at, we appreciate you. We holding it down for the whole nation right now. We want to thank you and pray, and not praise you. I'm thinking about Jesus this morning. We want to thank you. What do you say? I'm so used to saying thank you and praise you. We want to thank you for tapping in with us this morning. We got West Coast. We on the YouTubes. We got West Coast Cowboy Live. We got HTM Live. And we got the Big Time Show Live. Appreciate you guys. On Facebook, we have the West Coast Cowboy Live. We got the Big Time Show Live. Appreciate you guys. And then on the Book of Twigger, you know what I'm saying? All my Twiggers out there. I got my pages live right now. I got the Big Time Show. Big Time Lou is also live. And then shout out to my people that's watching on Twitch. My Twitches. Appreciate you, my people. I got West Coast Cowboy on there, and then we got Big Time 73. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all too, Twitch, don't trip, because I got some. As soon as this NCAA drop, I got some fire ass content for you, boy.
Sure.
For you, I'm about to put some kids to work around this. Then my kids got a summer job. They don't even know. You know what their summer job is? To play this NCAA. Hey, get me
Exactly. Football game. Exactly.
No, I told you when you got home to turn that damn Xbox on and get on that damn game, didn't I?
Get on it. and you want to get paid for it, right?
Yes, sir.
Put that goddamn joystick in your hand, son.
Yes, sir.
Look, my son waiting on it too. I may have to get your son and my son play online against each other.
Hey, listen to I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. If you got a child that is sitting in front of your Xbox, in front of your TV, sucking up your cable, sucking up all your Wi-Fi,
put them to work, Doc.
You need to put them to work.
Yeah.
Miss you with all that. Oh, I don't want my kid. Listen, your child already on social media. You know what I'm saying? They already popping on social media. You know what I'm saying? Put your child to work. Ain't no more playing Xbox for free. None of that, bruh. I need all.
You know how much money? Do y'all know how much money is in gaming, man?
More than in this. I tell you that.
Way more. Way more. Do you know how many tournaments? My son just got through playing a tournament. I don't know what he was playing. I think he was playing 2K, NBA 2K, whatever, 24. And he was just in a tournament. And I'm saying, like, good Lord, how many people in this tournament? Oh, it's about 150 people. And, like, they'll think they only got a $10 reward. But I'm saying, like, kid, because I ain't paying for them to do nothing. I ain't really pay for you. You really gonna lose in the first round. I ain't get to give away no money now. You got life toe up, son. You know what I'm talking about? I can't quite do that. You know what I'm talking about. But He was just in a tournament. Wes, take over real quick. I got my wife calling and say, I don't
Go
know
ahead.
what time.
And I'm telling y'all right now. I know how folks feel, but I'm telling you right now. In 2024, if your child is sitting in front of your in front of your Xbox that you paid for, because that's technically your Xbox, sucking up all your cable, sucking up all your Wi-Fi, and they eating snacks. Cause you know they got to eat while they play. They can't just eat. It's the work. Make them get it back. You feel me? But yo, man, while I'm on here, man, you guys already know what it is, man. You guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's three things you guys must do. First thing you must do is you must hit that share button. I need everybody, no matter where you are, to hit that share button. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Hit that share button no matter where you are on.
Wes, I'm feeling conscientious now. And I told them that. Now, why you coming right back and saying the same thing? They heard me the first time.
I know.
I'm an old, honorary old dude now. Sometime now. Come on now. Y'all heard that before.
Hey, but I'm going to tell you, they heard, but they ain't respond.
I'm just kidding.
I had to get on them. I had to get on them.
Kidding.
Hey, listen to me. I'll tell you like this. Dallas Cowboy fans, you had bet not ever let a Texans fan come out here in my comment box and out-fan you. Eastside Herald, I appreciate you for your support this morning, but sit your ass down somewhere. Cowboy fans, can we stand up? He is a
y'all drown Eastside Herald out. Good Lord.
Yeah, for real. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. Eastside Herald is a real ass Titan fan. Like, I like the way he fan. That's why everybody in
Cowboy. But Wes, he on your show. He be on my show. He be on all the Cowboy content creators.
And he supports.
And he supports because he stay here. I'm trying to figure out when does he ever watch a Texas?
Listen, honestly, personally, I don't give a damn. As long as he's watching my show, that's all I care about. As long as we beat the Texans, because if we don't, he is not going to let us. He's not going to let us. That's correct. Because Eastside Herald, I'm just being real. Eastside Herald, we all know that's your Super Bowl. Knock it off. It's only one game the Texans is preparing for this year, and that's versus us.
Yeah.
They'll go 1-16 and be like, we're the king of Texas. Well, I mean, if that's the only thing you were playing for.
It is. You know what I'm saying? But even if we weren't playing him, he'll be the same way. He would like that.
No, Eastside Herald is not a troll. He is a real ass Houston fan who has not found the door out of our, he's stuck inside here. He just ain't found the door to get out. You know what I'm saying? But Eastside, I'm going to tell you what we really need. We really need you to do some content because we play y'all this year. And guess what? When it's time, I'm trying to bring you on the show, and I'm trying to talk my head.
Don't bring him on the show, Wes. Don't.
I'm bringing him. I'm bringing the Eastside. Hey, listen to me. As much he's technically supported his way onto the show. You know how some people support you so well, you just got to bring him on?
Look. I tried to get him into my little group because he's actually, in fairness to Eastside, y'all. Let me tell y'all. And I put him on.
He's a famous fan. I say that. He's a famous fan.
He not only is a fan of the content creators, but Eastside, I personally can speak, and I appreciate him. He has contributed financially to the Big Time Show. I know he ain't no Cowboy fan.
That's why I showed him. Mine too. That's why I showed him.
That's what I'm saying. So, at least, you know what I'm saying? He has done, things that, some regular people just don't do. And I appreciate him for that. That's why I ain't blocking him. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't blocking him. Everybody else done block him, but I ain't blocking.
And if I see a bunch of Cowboy fans jumping him after a game, I'm at least going to come over there and say, hey, what did you do to make y'all so mad?
You come over there like you finna be a hero. You come over there and just ask a question.
Hey, because as a parent, you've learned that you just don't automatically just jump in there and just start just saving. Time out. I need to know because there's 5 kids whipping on you. What did you do to make them feel so bad?
You didn't come over there to help. You come over there to inquire.
Hey, you know what they said. They said when Jesus was up there, they looked at him and somebody said, I love Jesus, but God dang, what did he do to make all these people so mad?
Yeah. They come down.
Like, I'm serious. What did he do? I thought he just came and saved the world. What did he do to make all these people so mad?
Yeah. Totally. It reminded me of Richard Pryor said. I know we got to talk content. Richard Pryor said, y'all know, I don't know, some of y'all may not be old enough. Richard Pryor said it was a guy who needed CPR, and he was laying down on the street. And he said Richard said he walked over there. And Richard said he walked over there, and people got out the way. And say the man was laying down there, had slob coming out the side of his mouth. Say Richard went over there and say, he looked over there, they cleared out the way. Richard said, "Hey, bro, look like you need some help." Cause he said, "Because you ain't gonna get no help." He said, "Now with that slob running outside your mouth with me over here, cause you got to get that slob off." So he came over there to inquire. He didn't come over there to help.
He ain't come over there to help at all. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So, yo, man, let's start this off. When you ain't got nothing to talk about, you know what you talk about? Dak Prescott's money, because that's what the rest of the world does. So,
we can go this way. I'm gonna start it off. I want to start out with some controversy.
Go ahead, tell me.
For you. Cause see, one thing I done seen about you over the years, you are loyal to the cause. And one of the things that everybody know you for, obviously, is run that ball. That's one of you are the president of run the ball. And I have asked you over the years, why? Yeah, see, there you go. Y'all need to get that hat. Y'all need to get the hat. Y'all need to get that hat there. Because that's what y'all know him for, right? And I'm trying to figure out you've been on a crusade for at least 4 or 5 years at least. And it ain't happened. And I'm trying to figure out just off, and I don't know, and we've had talent enough to where you can say, well, at least we can make some real attempts at being consistent at running. And you wearing that hat again when you already know that this is a pass-happy offensive coordinator who is not going to run the ball. And I know you're hoping for it, but out of all the years, you would have been more confident last year with running the ball. Ain't nowhere in the world right now you can feel confident about us running the ball this year, despite what McCarthy say. Now, Mr. Run the Ball, I'm sorry, but I'm coming against you right here. We ain't running no ball next year. You know that. Let's go.
This is what I would say. Running the damn ball is not necessarily just handing the ball off and just running it aimlessly. Run the damn ball means that in those moments where it is obvious that running the ball should take place, those are those moments. Because last year, we were one of the top 5 teams in running the ball last year as far as attempts. But we were also a team that ran through the ball on 3rd and 1, threw the ball on second and 3. These are 2 moments. And guess what? Even one of these moments, if both of these moments came in the same game, and both of these moments had it was 3rd and 3 on the goal line. Like, those are obvious moments. On 3rd down, 3rd and short. Why are we throwing the ball on 3rd and short? Why are we throwing curl routes on 3rd and short? Like,
I got one better than that. Why are we lining inside the 5-yard line in the shotgun formation?
And like, this is the thing. If you need anything less than 3 yards to complete a first down, you don't need to be in shotgun. Why? Because your quarterback is already 5 yards away from the line of scrimmage. And if you hand the ball off to the running back, he has to make up the yards from the shotgun first, get past the line of scrimmage, then go get the positive yards. It's a shotgun run is for 3 yards. You really got to run 6 yards because you got to make up the 3 yards that you give up on the actual shotgun, then make the actual 3 yards. So what I'm saying is this: run the ball isn't just meaning just we're gonna run the ball. It means running with good intention, basically meaning you're running the ball to set up other things. We got to stop only running when it's obvious to run. Like, we run on first down because it's obvious. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So
that's what it really means when I say run the damn ball. It really means like being like smart about running the ball and always having the threat of running.
So are you also saying, I guess in essence, we can run the ball when we need to run it. Are you kind of saying that also?
Honestly, not even need to. It's basically stop turning yourself one-dimensional. The Cowboys turn themselves one-dimensional. Why? Because we throw the ball so much that when we are running the ball, you know we're running the ball.
By formation, how we line up.
Or you're running the ball because you're in a situation where it's like that's what I'm saying. Like the Dallas Cowboys, we make Dak have to be great because we only run when it's obvious when we're running the ball. We only attack teams with the run like later on. You know what I'm saying? It's like that has to be our initial come out. You know what I'm saying? Set the tone first. Why set the tone with the run? Because you want these guys tired out in the fourth quarter. Like
so then if that is the case, and I know you're right. And I'm looking at some of the comments in the chat, and y'all are right too. But we all know who our coordinator is. We all know that they're pass happy. If you really want to be truthful, we all know where the strength of this offense really is. But what Wes is saying, and even though I haven't said it, what I'm saying is that just because the passing game is the strength of the team, it don't mean that it has to be such a seesaw unbalance of how we run it, even though, and it just don't seem that way. Because Wes just said something very key. We were in the top of the league as far as rushing attempts go. I know it don't seem that way.
Physically handing the ball to a running back or physically running the ball, we were a top 5 team.
It don't even seem like it, y'all. But that is the absolute truth. So the question is really ain't about the players. It's really about the play calling. And that's why I'm having a real I'm shaky with. I'm shaky. Because I don't believe in Mike McCarthy and play calling and running ball. I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't. And let me say this. Let me go. Let me take you there because you to run the ball, man. So how much confidence then do you have in this projected O-line as far as the 2 rookies go that seem like they're going to start? So if you're talking about running, you got to have some guys that can flat out move people. Now, we don't know because we ain't seen it. But just based on where we are, how much confidence do you really have?
Real quick, I got HTM in the building. You guys know the rule over here. Whenever we see a content creator in the building, we're going to send you a link. I just sent you a link. If you can slide in, talk for 2 minutes, it's all good. No matter if you only give us a minute, your opinions are definitely noteworthy, especially since the fact that your pages are connected on here. So if you just want to hop on and say hello to the people that's in your page, you're more than welcome. I sent you the link already, HTM. I like this comment that he said. He says, West wants us to be more like the 49ers, and I agree. I could kind of speak on both those. One, when it comes to, I'll answer your question first on the offensive line. I am actually more confident in my ability to run the ball than I am my ability to throw the ball because I just feel if you put 5 300-pound dudes on a couch and you just randomly told them to get up and then you ask them which is easier to run forward or to run backwards, I think all 5 of those dudes would rather run forward than run backwards. Okay, well, running forward is run blocking. Running backwards is pass blocking. So if you don't, you know what I'm saying? So for an offensive line that is newer, for an offensive line that's still trying to mesh and things like that, running the ball is going to be easier for you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be easier. All you got to do is, when you run the ball theoretically, all you got to do is set, hike, take 1 step, and maul whoever's in front of you. That's it. It's really much all you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. No matter how you do it, you can seal block, you can turn block. It's a whole bunch of ways you can do it. But for the most part, you're standing up and you're mauling whoever's in front of you so that the running back can follow right behind you. Pass block is different.
Very much
Pass block, you are literally dancing backwards. You are kick stepping backwards. You are taking step backs. You are waiting for you know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of stuff.
I said that you're getting attacked.
Yeah,
you're not attacking. You're getting attacked
when you're pass blocking. That's true.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, me personally, I can't have faith in the offensive line individual because I haven't seen these guys play together. But I can have faith in the Dallas Cowboys and how they manage the offensive line because no matter how bad it is, like it's always been It's always been fairly well. And to be honest with you, like we've done a bunch of like start overs, I guess you would say, or redos on the offensive line, and it's
Yeah.
like this is one of the better redos, I guess you would say. Like or at least we're redoing with higher end talent. It's not like we're out here saying yes, Josh Ball is going to be starting and all these random dudes that we ain't never heard of going to be starting. At least these are guys with some pedigree and with some draft stock. You know what I'm saying? So I can, if there's one thing if I have to trust anything with the Cowboys, I'm okay with trusting them in the offensive line.
All right. Then let me add on something to see how you feel about this. And y'all, for those just popping in, we didn't know what we were talking about. It just turned this way. And since Wes is the run the ball guy out of all the content creators, and we know we don't run the ball, but Wes always has carried the flag for the Cowboys to run the ball. Let's stay with this just for a minute. Then doesn't it make sense though, then Wes, to let us start going to more of a 2 tight end set, a little bit more than what we usually do?
Yeah.
To add on with the offensive line. Ferguson can block. Now everybody talking about Stevens, and everybody talking about Hendershot back. I forgot the other kid name that we just drafted, that was undrafted, who seems like everybody loves.
John Stevens.
Well, not Stevens, it's the kid that we drafted from Minnesota, I believe. I forgot his name. Somebody put it in the chat. I just forgot his name. But I'm saying just the idea, and since they're dangerous as well as receivers, shouldn't it make sense for us to, when you write Schoonmaker, thank you, Craig, but Schoonmaker stay hurt too much. But doesn't it make sense then, if we really gonna try to run it, to go ahead and start implementing the 2 tight end set a little bit more in the game plan than what we have? Now I know that takes away a playmaker off the field. Instead of putting Tolbert out there, you might need to do the 2 tight end set. That's a threat for both of them, running and passing. That's the way I look at it.
I mean, I say it like this. If your defense is doing what they're doing last year and they're only giving up 17, 18 points a game, I'm all for it. But you know what I'm saying? Because one thing about, 12 personnel, you ain't going to score a whole lot of points because it's not a big play offense. You know what I'm saying? But it is definitely it's a grind that you're going to ground and pound. But for one thing you for sure can do is it minimizes a lot of and I mean, I'm going to say this. Dak is good enough where I can take chances. So I want, with Dak Prescott throwing the ball and as accurate as he is, Cowboys just got to be able to run the ball with 3 wide receivers on the field, because we are more dangerous that way because you have Dak Prescott. Like if Dak wasn't so good, then I'd be like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because tight ends run shorter routes. That means you minimize interceptions. You minimize a lot of stuff when you're in 12 personnel because you're not throwing the ball deep. You're not taking shots like that. Most interceptions are happening over 8 yards. Why? Because cornerbacks still have to make breaks on the ball. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're in 12 personnel, everybody's basically running intermediate routes. So your turnovers will be lower. You know what I'm saying? But your ability to make big plays, unless you are the Green Bay Packers playing the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs, tight ends shouldn't be getting those 60-yard touchdowns.
Yeah.
It just should not happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, this is what I say right here, man. Like, with Ezekiel Elliott coming back, the Dallas Cowboys have a real running back. You know what I'm saying? I also believe that a guy like Rico Dow, if Rico Dow can actually be who we believe he is at this point of his career, I think he should be as good as Ezekiel Elliott. You know what I'm saying? In running the ball. Now, do I believe Zeke's going to have pro moments that Rico Dow can't have? Yes, I do. It's just like if you take Michael Jordan at his age right now and you put him on the court, he might only give you 4 or 5 points, but at some point he's going to give you a Michael Jordan moment. Why? Because it's just in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, Michael Jordan will always be able to step up and hit that. Steph Curry will always be able to hit a 3-pointer. Why? Because some things are just muscle memory. You're just able to do them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So with that, I think that Zeke will have the edge on Rico. But it's like, if I can get the same type of production that I'm getting from Zeke from Rico, and then Zeke just be a little bit more help me more out in the passing game, then I think you're going to be fine in running the ball. I think you're going to be fine, because last year, we didn't need no 13, 14-yard rusher, man. We just needed a guy who could score that touchdown on the 1-yard line that Tony Pollard couldn't score. Or,
Bingo.
or I mean, he tried twice too.
Yeah.
Or try about that touchdown, that freaking the fullback that I told you. Listen to him. I'm not saying he ain't worth
Lefty.
him, but
Hmm.
I told you that, bruh.
Yeah.
The fullback that couldn't score a touchdown on the 1 yard line, yeah, maybe Zeke or gets that touchdown. Or it's nuanced things like that that I believe that should be able to improve. You know what I'm saying?
So let's go back on that. So when Zeke first got there, it really wasn't my choice. But I'm not saying that he ain't washed up by no means. But what I did say, it solves a problem because it looked like the first option was to line up in the shotgun all the time and pass the ball.
Facts. That was our short
Which
run game.
that was our short run game. With Zeke back there before he left, everybody remembers before he left, he was the answer without a doubt in the red zone because he had, I believe, 12
12
touchdowns.
and 9 and listen, and LG, listen to me. He had 12 touchdowns in a season, and he had 9 straight games with a rushing touchdown that everybody just watered down because they were goal line
Yeah,
touchdowns. Anybody can get a 2 yard touchdown. Well, we saw that was not true.
no.
That was
And so when you bring him back, he can still do that for you without a doubt. And that will solve a lot of problems inside the red zone. I don't think you can minimize that. But only thing I'm gonna say, Wes, is, and there's really not a question because he ain't even 30 years old. But we all know he done had a lot of, wear on them tires that he got. But here's my question. How much do you trust Zeke's health?
Zeke's
Because if he cause this is the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at Zeke and I'm saying he can't do all this 17 games. Then I look at Rico, and Rico can't stay on the field. And what I'm saying is, when I look after Zeke and Rico, what we got, Doc?
Well, this is what I'll say about Zeke. I do believe that Zeke can play 18 games.
If I'm asking,
Well, this is what let me bring this up real quick. All right, bam.
his average a year.
Okay, so let's see if it's on. There we go. Let me see if I can bring this up. Boom, 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 boom. Is that better?
It's better, but you ain't gonna never get it because of the way we got it set up now. If we was the other way, we'd be good. I mean, you can do that, but I don't think people gonna be able to see it too well. I'm squinting my eyes now.
I'm gonna just stop it then. All
But
right, man.
yeah.
So I mean, I can read y'all. I can read y'all. This is Zeke last year. He played in 17 games. How much? This is Zeke over the last 23, 17 games, 15 games, 17 games, 15 games, 16 games, 15 games, 10 games, 15. Zeke has played. He's only missed. He hasn't missed more than 2 games since 2017.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So one thing I know, and think about this: Zeke is a dude who has played a lot of football. Why? Because he played in playoff games in high school, in not high school, but in college that other players didn't play in. You know what I'm saying? He's played. This is a kid that knows how to maintain his body. So for me, I don't. I think Zeke's going to be fine. And at this point, I also know that Zeke also understands that it's more important that he's healthy at the end of the season. So what I
Yeah.
honestly think is going to be happening is I think you're going to see like game 1. I think you're going to see an excerpment of what the Cowboys are going to do. But I think you are really going to see a true sharing of the football. And to be honest with you, since Zeke is 28 right now, about to turn 29, I think he's actually younger than Zeke. I mean, he's actually younger than.
He, he is younger than that.
That's what I thought. I think he's actually younger than Dak. Since he's actually, what I believe is going to happen is I think the Cowboys aren't going to. What you're paying Zeke right now, he don't got to have 1,000 yards. You're really technically not paying for 1,000 yards. The
Yeah.
only reason why there's an expectation of Zeke even getting 1,000 yards is because it's Zeke. That's
Yeah.
it. But you're not really paying for 1,000 yards. You're paying for scoring, and you're paying for first downs.
Bingo.
As long as Zeke can lead the league in rushing first down, which he always did.
Always does.
76 is last year. People don't understand what 76 first downs is. You know what that means? That's
That's a lot.
76 times that your drive was gonna start, and the game said you can try it again.
Bingo.
Because think about this: first downs don't mean touchdowns. First down means that's your ability to to even try for a touchdown.
Okay.
You still got to get the first down first. You know what I'm saying? The first downs in regular season games are kind of like the same thing in some fans' mind. You guys don't care about them. You know what I'm saying? But you sure care about them when you're in the midst of a game. But that's what I think Zeke understands now. Zeke understands that he is most important toward the end of the season. But also, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Zeke had 642 yards last year rushing. He had three rushing touchdowns. Receiving yards. What did my boy had? Let me see. Right, that was my go. He had 313 receiving yards, and he had 2 touchdowns, receiving touchdowns. So that shows me right there that Zeke is still able to use. And listen to me, when he went to New England, he was not slated to be a second running back. He was slated to be a third. He was slated to be number 3.
Those are big numbers for a backup running back.
Yes, for a backup running back, he was going to be a number 3.
Those are big numbers that you just called out for a backup running back, for real. And I realized he started a couple of games because Rashard Stevenson was hurt, and he performed in those games as well. I think he got over 100 yards in one of them for sure.
And he jumped over, dude, again.
Yeah. So a name that hadn't been called out, and we really don't even know if the guy gonna make the team. But if you bring a Royce Freeman on this team, and you got a Rico, and you got a Zeke, that's all the elements of a power type running game. I know we got dudes, and I understand that, but somebody ain't gonna make the field. I'm sorry. Somebody not gonna get no carries for real. Now I know y'all like dudes, and I get it, but I don't know what Royce has left. I don't know, but it's some power that's going on in there, and I'm not sure if and if you're looking for a little change of pace, we got to keep in mind McCarthy runs the ball with Turpin from a jet sweep position. So I haven't seen Turpin get in the backfield a couple years ago. You still got CD. You got CD who ran it last year from there. So there's your extra carries from some dynamic speed backs, if you want to call that. It don't necessarily have to be Deuce Vaughn. And I'm not saying I'm going against Deuce. I'm just saying you can get those type of carries from elsewhere as well. So let's not look at, if you're talking about a screen pass with Deuce, you can do a bubble screen with CD. Hey. You can do a screen with Turpin. So it's the same thing. Go ahead with.
Hey, real quick, man, I got to get somebody their roses, man. I got a guy, my boy Gary Walker, in the building right now, former Baltimore Ravens cornerback and safety. He's in the building on Instagram right now, watching right now. I'm going to tell you this right now. I be coaching my butt off, but I'm going to tell you this right here. When I first started coaching anything, I was a freaking whiteboard, man. I was a whiteboard. I knew absolutely nothing about anything, bruh. Anything. I just knew I loved football, and that dude right there, that young man right there, took me up under his wing, and he taught me. There are so many great lessons that I learned. One of the greatest lessons I learned about coaching, I learned about him from him, and that is this: you can go as hard, you can coach as hard on a child as much as you're loving him. He taught me that. And I will forever be grateful for what you did for me and my sins, man. So I appreciate you, man. I definitely want to show you some love. And also, shout out to Road Shocks, man, for sponsoring the show, man.
Appreciate you, brother, for popping in on the show, man. Thank you so much.
We always got to show some love when we got. Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you ain't got current NFL or former NFL players watching your content and you make football content, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta have some folks. You gotta have some folks acknowledging. So salute to my boy on there. Salute to you, my Gary Walker. Also, they got the 17th ranked 6U national team in the so that flag football, they with it. Them Ravens is with it, man. So salute to them, man.
Congratulations to you, brother. Thank you for popping in on us on that. But what do you feel about Deuce? Because nobody really talk about Freeman. I don't know if he's. I don't know. He might be on the team, And he might not be on the team. I don't know. But what do you feel about Deuce this year?
Listen, man. Every time I start talking about Deuce Vaughn, y'all get mad at me and my numbers go down. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Deuce
sorry for leading you
fan
in on that.
favorite. Like, I'm serious, man. I love Deuce Vaughn. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not trying to be facetious. I'm just playing around. But I say like this: I think that Deuce Vaughn can be used, man. I think he can be used. But I think that like our offense has so many questions right now that you can't be trying to use like a special weapon when your regular weapons aren't like
And
you can't be out
it
here
ain't
super,
perfected.
yeah, you can't be out here super punching if you
Oh,
ain't even figured out how to just regular throw a jab. Like,
yeah.
let's figure out how to throw a jab consistent before we try to learn. Because Deuce Vaughn is a knockout punch dude. Deuce Vaughn is the type of dude where Zeke has been wearing your ass out, wearing your ass out, wearing your ass out, wearing your ass out. Then another running back wearing your ass out, wearing your ass out, wearing your ass out. Then Dak then ran the ball 2-3 times, wearing your ass out, wearing your ass out. Now it's 3rd and 3, and we bring Deuce Vaughn out. Defense is like, bro, what is they about to do? They about to run it again. And guess what we do? We throw a screen to them.
With space.
With space. Why? Because they're crashing. They're coming. Deuce is not let's get him out there. We ain't never seen him. Oh, they have no film on him. Bruh, listen to me. Having no film on someone is a good thing until you get hit
By them.
by them. Then they don't care no more. They don't care anymore. So it's like, like this is my thing. In the hierarchy, if this was a video game, if this was Call of Duty and Deuce Vaughn was a gun, he would be he would be very low on my list of guns that I would try to pick first. Why? Because I have so many other weapons that should get the ball before he does.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like an icing on the cake type of weapon.
Yeah.
Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to take any plays away from Deuce Vaughn. And I'm gonna tell you this right here: if I'm throwing the ball, I want to throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. He about to be making $30-something million. I want to throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
That's even if I'm going to throw the ball. And if I'm going to run the ball, I want to run the ball with Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
So I have so many options in front of him before I get to him.
Yeah.
So why should I make him a priority?
Exactly. But I here's the thing about him, and everybody, I think I saw somebody say it earlier.
But
this is where Deuce will be used. I think, let me see, it's Shane comment there. Shane Odom's comment. Deuce will be effective in the kickoff return game this year. He's gonna make the team because
he gonna be better than Turpin?
No, but you're gonna have two back there. You can do two back there. The way the rules set up now. So if you put Deuce on one side and you put Turpin on the other side, you pick your choice who you kicking to. Both of them can gut you. So that's what I'm saying. It just depends on how you line it all up. But the way the kickoff rules are set up now, Turpin is going to be a very effective person this year for us just from that spot. Because there ain't going to be a lot of, kickoff touchbacks and all that type of stuff. You're going to be able to return this year. Now, if you put him and Vaughn back there together, you could see some dangerous stuff happening right there. So I think just based off that, his spot will be secure on the team.
He gonna have to listen. Then he gonna have to return punts. Then he gonna have to be Turpin out in the punt return. Then, because I need him more. That's a 53. 53 human beings get to wear stars on Sunday. So he has to beat out a bunch of other human beings. He gonna have to do more than that. I need him to find one more job.
He can't. Well.
He better.
I don't trust it. I don't believe it, Wes.
He got to be out Turpin in the punt. Then.
Well, watch this.
He got to be able to do both.
But remember the reports we seen. Now I don't know how true it is, and I think we'll see this in the preseason. But I don't know if we're gonna see it, and that is, they say he's been working a whole lot in the slot. That's what they've been saying now. They say that he's been taking a lot of snaps in the slot. So, I mean, if you want to use him as a Swiss Army knife, I mean,
Okay, OG. I'm gonna ask you a question.
I don't want. I mean,
No, I'm gonna ask you a question,
Go
OG. Name your receivers right now on this team.
CD
I want you in
Cooks,
ranking. In ranking.
CD Cooks, Tolbert, Brooks.
Okay. Now let me throw this caveat because I did it wrong. Do it differently. Throw it. I want you to receiving targets. So you could throw your tight ends in there. So I
Oh,
would
okay.
say CD Lamb,
CD
Brandon Cooks, then my tight end,
Ferguson, tight end. Um,
Tolbert maybe.
Tolbert fourth, Brooks fifth.
One of my tight end, Hendershot.
If Schoonmaker's playing, he's gonna be in that. Cause just
Okay.
based
So my,
off
so my
same
question is,
thing.
what formation are you making to get him on the field to even throw him the ball as a slot? Because right now, I would still think if you're looking for a trick pony, I would think Turpin is a better trick pony than Deuce is
He
right now.
is. He
So
is.
why am I going to take Turpin off the field? Listen to me. Deuce Vaughn, you have to beat out Cavante Turpin, who's on a 1-year deal. If you don't, then I don't see why you keep both those guys on this field. I mean, on this team. I don't see. They're the same guy. They're the same guy.
So
You're
let me
asking
ask you this then.
the same thing.
So let me ask you this then. This ain't football related, but since you said that, you think politics gonna get in the way just cause his dad is there?
I mean, I think politics is already in the way. Hey, son.
Mm.
Hey, son. Hey, son.
Okay.
Hey, son, you want to come to work with me every day?
Mm. Mm.
I mean, that's how Larry Allen's son, rest in peace, got on the team.
Mm. Okay. Leave that alone. You just made how many people just left the building when you just said that?
6. They said they was going to go get water, though. They said they're
Yeah.
going to come right back.
Come on back. Come on back.
We going to
Come on
see.
back.
We see. It don't take that damn long to get no water, though.
So just to get off this, because we've been on this for a minute, and I just wanted to see what West's head was, because he done missed the run the ball head. So he the man in that. So how much then do you trust McCarthy? Because a lot of this really boiled down to him, man. And we got too much evidence that says he is a finesse offensive play caller who is a pass happy play caller. Even though you stats say, hey, we ran the ball, we're finesse. He believes, of course, that the ball is in the strongest position, the offense is in its best position when Dak Prescott is launching that thing. That's what he feels. The evidence shows that the numbers can't be denied. CD is incredible with his numbers. Dak is incredible with his numbers. I just don't see when people say we're running the ball. I don't see it. Even with Zeke coming back. Maybe it's because we're looking at it wrong. Maybe we just need to look at it as for situational football. Maybe that's what it is. Situational play calling. Maybe that's what we need to start looking at instead of saying, hey, we're going to be a pounded out football team. That ain't us. That's just not us. Maybe it's just situational. So how much do you trust McCarthy?
Here's the thing. I'm always going to go back to Dak. Dak Prescott is so good that you don't have to be a ground and pound football team. You don't have to be. You've earned the right to throw the ball. He was second. He was top 3 in almost every passing category. Like, I want to throw the ball very, very much. Why? Because CeeDee Lamb can have 2,000 yards, and, like, we can have a usable 2,000 yards. The last time a receiver had a 2,000 yards, man, he did it in a season when I think they won, like, 3 games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was an unusable 2,000 yards. CeeDee Lamb can actually get 2,000 yards in a usable season. I believe it. Why? Because Dak and him are so good to get connected together. So, this is my thing, man. Like, if the Cowboys, I don't even really care if the Dallas Cowboys don't have a 1,000-yard rusher. I don't really care about that. What I care about is this. When we get inside the red zone, can we run the ball effectively running the ball? Can we score running the ball effectively? Can we line up in moments where teams obviously know that we are about to run the ball and still run the ball and still gain positive yards? That is something that when you had Ezekiel Elliott and he had 9 straight rushing touchdowns, on those 9 struck touchdowns, I want to just be honest with you guys, right? Zeke had 9 rushing touchdowns in 2022, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out of those 9, how many times you think the defense thought we was giving the ball to Zeke? Shorty.
You already know.
Shorty.
Because the Cowboys, if just in case y'all know it, y'all know, the Cowboys make it so obvious that they run it. Because this is the way they line up formation.
I say 8 times.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
At
For
least
real.
8 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about this. I could give you one moment last year. If I had Zeke on one play last year, think about this. Remember the play where we threw the ball to Shoemaker? And on the goal line, and he didn't understand that, hey, man, even though the play was called a 3-yard dig, you still supposed to break your route in the end zone all the time. That's just a rule that you have. You
I'll give
always
you
break
another
your
one,
routes
Wes.
in the end zone. And
I'll
guess
give
what?
you another
He didn't
one.
do that. He didn't do that. Guess what? We lost that game. If
Yeah.
we win that game, we're number 1 seed.
I'll give you another game for the icing on the cake. Remember the Miami game when Pollard couldn't get in from the 1-yard line? That was when Lemke fumbled the ball too as well. Zeke been on his team.
Those are 2 games you win.
That's 2 games. We would have won the Miami game without
And guess
question.
what? Guess what? Those are obviously running situations. The defense knows you're running the ball. Get out the kitchen. Those are obvious running situations, right?
Yeah.
Those are times where the team knows you're gonna run the ball. And guess what? For those moments, guess what teams pay for? They pay for big ass defensive tackles.
Yeah.
That weigh 330 pounds.
Yeah.
That's when those dudes be like, yeah, we know you're about to run, bang it right here. And that's when it's man on man off. That's why Zach Martin makes so much. That's why Zach Martin make $11 million. Why? Because there are going to be times when you know you're going to run and they know you're going to run and he is going to have to win.
Yeah.
You need your 320-pound dude to win in a phone booth. Because that is what football really comes down. I'm going to tell you what football really comes down to. Misplays, broken assignments, and one-on-one wins.
Yeah.
That's
I'm running right here. And you know I'm running right here. And there's absolutely nothing you can do
about it. Or broken plays.
Yeah.
Where the defense is in the wrong situation. Look at our Green Bay game. Our 3 biggest touchdowns, wide open. Oh my! I don't want to go back into it, but
yeah, same thing. It's
play for a tight end to score, run 50 yards down the field. Stop it, Alice. That was not the play design.
Exactly.
We just missed the opportunity.
Just missed it. That was bottom line. We missed it and we didn't capitalize on it.
Ooh, Tyrone says Cardinals 2. We was 2 for 6 in the red zone.
There you go.
Versus a backup quarterback.
There you go. And that was a winnable game. And you're absolutely right, Tyrone. That was a very winnable game.
About that. I was at that game too.
Yeah. We should have won that one. But that's why and Zeke, to be honest with y'all.
And Tyrone
McCarthy ain't stupid. Say it again.
No, I was just asking him how much did we lose that game by?
I thought we lost by double digits. And but I'm saying the game was closer than we just couldn't stop the run that game. That's what it was. But the score was close. No question about that. But maybe Zeke being there hides him from or forces him to run the ball because you got this guy back here who can score. It changes the way that you call offense. And you have to. Because Zeke scored 12 touchdowns for you. Zeke scored 12 touchdowns for you. And most of them was in the red zone. Guess what?
More.
Yeah, you don't some formation you won't get into because you got Zeke Elliott back. So maybe that will help us. That's the way I'm looking at it. Maybe that changes things. But I don't trust McCarthy. I just have to see it. That's what I'm saying. We lost 28-16 West that game. But
think about this though, OG. You lose 28-16, but you were in the red zone 6 times.
6 times.
That is not a good defense. You did not play a good defense. No. That means if you would have converted on those, what's 7 times 6?
42.
The score would have been 42-28 at worst. Yeah. That's just your. That has nothing to do with your defense.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with your defense. No. That's if your defense still gives up 28 points. If your offense just goes out there and scores in the red zone. And listen to me, if you were in the red zone, you know what that means? You had to get there. That means, guess what? That means your offense was what? That means your offense was moving.
Moving the whole game.
It means your offense got dressed, got
Yeah.
the shoes on,
Yeah.
got the car washed,
Yeah.
and picked up all the homies. Oh, yeah, we going to the club. Yeah. Drove all the way to the club, got you a club, a little good old spot, walked up to the door, and parking lot pimped the whole night.
Bottom line.
Didn't even go in the club. Got fly, got washed the car up, got the car all cleaned up, everything. Y'all did all that to go hang out in front of the club, bro.
For nothing.
So go hang out in front of the club.
Not go in. Yeah.
Not even go in.
Yeah.
2 for 6? Bro, you should have at least scored half of that. You couldn't even get half of that? Your offense was moving. That just lets you know that your offense was moving, and when they got to the red zone, where you have to be better, you failed.
Yeah.
You want to know why I'm going to tell you guys why you got to be better in the red zone? Because in the red zone, you have a third defender. You have a 12th man on the field. You know that 12th man is? The back of the end zone.
Yeah.
Because, see, everywhere else in the red zone, everywhere else on the field, you can go as far as you want.
Yeah.
See, in the red zone, the defense has a extra help. Why? Because you can only go so deep in the end zone before you're what? Out of bounds.
Out of bounds, exactly.
So everything gets heightened in the red zone.
Especially from the 5-yard line in.
And then think about this. If you're on the 5-yard line, right, what routes can you even run? You can't run a go route. You can't run a fly. You can't run on a route tree. Yeah. You could probably run an out, an in, a curl, a slant, but everything above route 5 is deleted.
Yeah. Defenders, the cornerbacks are on the wide receivers. There ain't no space. It's truly press coverage. It's from there.
And think about this. What do you get to do in the NFL at 5 yards? You get to do what? You get to put your hands
on.
You get to put your hands on corners. On the receivers.
Yeah.
So, listen to me. The red zone isn't even really. It is actually more beneficial to run in the dang in the red zone.
Red zone. Yeah. Without a doubt.
Because passing in the red zone 100% benefits the defense.
Because it's so hard to pass. It's so hard to complete the pass. Exactly.
Let me ask Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, zero coverage. Listen to me. Zero coverage. Whole defense blitzing. I understand why they made the call, but you don't make that call. He makes the call because on zero coverage, everybody's coming. So that means all you need is one person, if 2 or 3 people to get behind somebody. But the thing about it is, Seattle Seahawks, you only need a yard.
Yeah.
That is not a play that comes up on a sheet. When you type in, I need a yard, all slants does not come up.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the wide receiver has to run at least 3 yards before he can even do the route.
Yeah.
Correct. So yeah, that was he would have been all arrows would have been better than that, but all slants, no. That route that's a bad play.
Exactly.
Keyshawn said no parking lot pimping. That's what we did.
That's all we did.
And think about this. If you go look at the first 3 games, even the game we won, week 1. We won week 1 when we won. I think our red zone efficiency that game was 2 of something.
Yeah. We didn't cash in because whether that's non-confidence in your running game or whatever the case may be, they decided the best option was to put the ball into Dak Prescott's hand and have him throw it on the place. I'm saying, and I think everybody kind of admits it, just the presence of Ezekiel Elliott with this team this year will eliminate a few of those passes because you're going to use him right then and there. So I believe that's going to happen, but I believe it when I see it. That's all I'm saying, because I'm convinced McCarthy is a finesse, pass-happy offensive coordinator. And until I see it differently, that's when I give him his credit. But that's just me.
My boy said 1-3 in the red zone versus the Dolphins, lost by 2.
Wow. Exactly. That's the one.
In that game, go ahead, OG.
That's the one where Pollard, if y'all remember, got inside. It was inside the 5-yard line. He tried to juke somebody instead of putting his head down and just run on through. He got stopped at the 1 yard line, and I think Limpy came right behind that. And I believe he fumbled the ball, if I'm not mistaken. So that's the difference between a physical running back like Zeke and a finesse type guy like Pollard was. You ain't got to try to shake nobody like this mad. No, you got to put your head down and just run through them. It's just that simple. That's the difference between having an Ezekiel Elliott, and I even throw in a Rico Dallas. Rico is physical as well.
Hey, I'm curious. Can somebody find out who was the best red zone team in the NFL last year? I'm curious if how that translated into success. I'm curious.
It had to be Baltimore. Had to be.
I'm curious. Somebody let me know who the top two red zone teams were in the NFL last year. I feel like, because man, that, you know what I'm saying, because that's one thing that in the NFL today, 2024, everybody's getting yards. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They want more yards. They want more star players. They're trying to sell the NFL, right? So with that, like, you see guys like, in Dallas, we don't need the Josh Jacobs style running back. Why? Because we're not even going to give you that top opportunities. Like, Zeke is not in 2024 going to have a game where he gets 20 carries. I'm going to say that right now. If that is a bet on Prize Pick, that is your free pick from West Coast. Yeah. He will not have one game where he has over 20 carries. No.
He wasn't getting that hard when he left here.
Right? So it's like this. So since we don't have a Uzi, and I know for a fact we have a 12 gauge, a double barrel 12 gauge that has 2 shots on it. Them shots got to count, OG.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I'm going to give the ball to Zeke 14 times at most, I don't know why that's the number that came to my head. 14 carries at most. They need to be 4 carries on the goal line. Why? Yeah. Because that will translate into probably 2 touchdowns. It needs to be third. We had 3 third down situations, less than 2 yards. Zeke every year he's only averaging 3.5 yards per carry. Okay, well, anything that's under 3rd and 3, Zeke should get the ball in, right?
Perfect. If it's 1st and goal from the 1 yard line,
he should get the ball in, right?
He gonna average 1 yard going into the end zone.
If Zeke, listen to me, for all the folks that say he only averaged 3.5 yards per carry, so that means everything under 3 yards, Zeke should get the ball.
Yeah.
So
they say number 1 was
every 1st and 2, go on the 2nd or 3, Zeke should get the ball.
They got in the chat, West, that the Niners was number 1 and Detroit was number 2. So we know what kind of success that was.
And we play both those teams this year.
Yep.
You know what's something crazy, OG? If you're man, listen, hey, read that list off real quick. Put the top 5 in there, because man, I feel like all 5 teams gonna be some damn good teams, bro.
Well, he got the all I saw.
Niners, good team. Detroit, good team. Miami, good team. Playoff team.
All of them.
I want to know who's 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Bro,
help us out, Ratio. You the one to put it up there. Help us out on that.
Baltimore gonna end up at Baltimore.
I thought with Baltimore at the top. I believe Baltimore got to be top up there.
I would assume that Eagles would have been up there. Jalen Hurts got 9 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, Swift did well too, especially
So who's 4? Let me know who's 4 and 5 real quick.
It's got to be Baltimore. Got to be. It's got to be.
Think about this: we ain't even a top 5 team in red zone, and we were still one of the better teams in the NFL.
We was number 1 offense in the league in scoring.
It was not a top 5 red zone team.
Yeah.
You know what that means? That means you're scoring a lot of 21-yard touchdowns.
You're scoring big plays, chunk plays. You're scoring a lot of chunk plays.
And imagine if you can get a small ball offense, bro. Dallas Cowboys would be free.
You talking about it again? You talking about 12 wins? Oh my God, Buffalo and Washington.
I think
Washington. That red zone there.
Listen to me. I think Washington was there because of the amount of times. Because remember, in 2016, the Dallas Cowboys were the best team on 3rd down, but we were also the last team in 3rd down attempts too. You want to know why? Because we was going from 1st down, 2nd down, 1st down, 1st down, 2nd down, 1st down. We were barely seeing 3rd down. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we were so high in 2016. So that's why I'm gonna feel like Washington's on there because they're how many times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But let's just be real. The teams that are on there right now are not surprising.
No.
Those are all good teams, bruh.
Buffalo playoff team. What I am shocked though is Baltimore is not there. Because I would have sworn they would have been there. Where is Baltimore? Just throw the number where they are. Where is Baltimore? Because Lamar had, I don't know how many rushing touchdowns he had. They had Gus Johnson, not Gus Johnson, but Gus the Bus. Baltimore is number 7, he says. I thought they would have been higher, but it makes sense. I am a little shocked by Washington being up there. You know, it is what it is. But everybody that's up there was a playoff team. Arizona is not a surprise because all they could do was run the ball. When Kyler Murray went down and was out for all those games, that was the best thing that they could do. That is run the ball. They weren't passing nothing. So it don't surprise me with that at all. 63% for Buffalo. 63% for Washington, 62 for Baltimore. That's 63% in the red zone. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You get to 60+%, you're gonna win a whole lot of football game in the red zone. If you're scoring 63% plus more than that, that's a lot of scoring. It just ain't no question about that. What you got, Wednesday? What's this? Red zone?
It's rough.
But you got, what we're saying is, or at least what I'm saying, is that the acquisition of Ziggy Elliott back, this is what we're getting ready to run into. More opportunities for more percentage in the red zone. Because Ziggy Elliott's going to take care of some of that for us. I have no question about that.
Let me if you can see it better.
No, squint again. I mean, we can see it wide, but you can't read that.
Hold on real quick. What about better now?
It's better, but it's still crazy. You might as well read it or whatever.
Hold up real quick. I'm trying to. We want to figure this out real quick because I want to be able to do.
I tell you what, take me out of it. Take me out of it. Go to that format. There's the picture in the picture, which is the one that's the smallest in the corner. Bingo. See if you can. Well, not really. You can't do that one because it's just gonna give you that. That's little. They can see that. They can see that.
They can see that.
They can see that. Probably better. Yeah. Not wide, but you don't. You know, it don't show what team it is. It just shows the numbers, so which is good. You ain't gonna never be able, the more you squeeze it down to try to fit in, you ain't gonna be able to read that.
Yeah, I was trying to.
I know what you're trying to do, but the way we got it set up now, it ain't gonna happen. If we were going the other way, it'd be easy.
They gotta fix that because I got a dope thing right here, man. We're gonna say this for another show though.
Yeah,
we're gonna really look at Dak's comparison to all these other quarterbacks because man, this is beautiful. I like this. I'm gonna send this to you so we can have this too. But, I'm gonna send this. Let me hold on.
Y'all forgive us for all this. Okay.
We're gonna go through that tomorrow.
Okay.
We're gonna go through that tomorrow because I want y'all to see that.
I got you.
Let me see if it do. Can y'all see the names now? Let me know. Can you think they can see the names?
Let me see here.
I'm gonna go up with one more. What about now?
No. Nope.
You can't see him?
No.
Oh,
you ain't gonna be able to see that. We had to go back to the old way if we did that. They can't see that. It's just if I can't see that and I got glasses on, you ain't gonna be able to see that.
Well, I wish they had a magnifying tool. They ain't got a magnifier on here.
Yeah, the more you zoom in, even though you're bringing the whole screen into it, it's just automatically shrunk because me and you got to be in the picture. You see what I'm saying? And then if you spread it out, you're not gonna get the whole graphic. You can get the numbers, but not the whole graphic.
Hey, one of y'all's computer techs, show me how to. There's like a little magnifier thing I could put on here. Y'all show me how to do that. Y'all tell me how to do it, and I'll make sure I do it on my next show. Because it's just this is a dope thing right here. Because you can literally just top in. So who Dak Prescott was number 2 in completions last year. Let's see, he was. Man, we just gonna go. We gonna go through this. We could go through this the whole show, man. This is dope though. But yo, we've been on here for about an hour and 15 minutes, man. It is your boy West Coast. I appreciate everybody that's been watching, man. He is the Big Time Show. Let them know where you hail from. Let them know where you're gonna be watching. Where you are gonna be doing your next show.
I'm going to be doing my next show. That I'm going to wait until Saturday at 3 p.m. From Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. That's Central Time, and we'll be talking on my show for that point. Hope some of you guys that are not following me, you can go ahead and follow me simply at the Big Time Show on YouTube, or follow the Big Time Show on Facebook. You can do that as well. Once you come there, I'll give you the rest of it, the Twitters and the Instagrams and the Twitches, all of those accounts as well. But for sure, you can follow me there, the Big Time Show on YouTube or Facebook. And then, of course, tomorrow, we'll be back together again tomorrow morning. So you can catch the Big Time Show, I guess, in essence, tomorrow morning. But individually, it will be Saturday at 3 p.m.
You dig. And hey, man, unless something crazy happens, man, you'll see me later on today, man. It is your boy West Coast. Make sure you guys continue to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching on all platforms. And you guys already know what it is. Never look down because stars up. Peace.